fat cattle ready to harvest because of a bottleneck created by the effects of COVID. This thing hasn't been created by COVID, but the effects of COVID and the logistics therein. Yesterday, the first shipment of imported beef from the country of Namibia hit the shores of the United States of America. And yet this morning, they are telling us to prepare to euthanize harvest-ready cattle. It is time we get food on the shelves, because if you're not concerned about this food supply problem, you better be. We have a huge supply and demand of food across this nation. We can feed the world ourselves, and yet we're destroying our harvests. At the same time, we are importing beef from other countries, beef that is less regulated than our beef, less safe, not as high quality a product, and yet it's happening. At the same time, they are preparing for us to euthanize our harvests. That doesn't sound like sustainability to me, but it is part of the overall goal to vertically integrate your food system. You see, they cannot have control of the people unless they have control of the food, the water, the land, production.
By the way,
it is time we get back to work. We are of, by, and for the people. This is not Nancy Pelosi's country. This is not Donald Trump's country. This is your country, and you're going to go hungry.
And while American farmers are destroying their harvests, U.S. beef is exported to China. U.S. meat plants are closing at a rapid rate.
China's open for business.
Including Cargill Meat, who supplies 22% of the U.S. meat market.
God, they're demons.
And who partnered with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation in 2018 to end livestock production, while expanding the production of genetically modified soy in Africa.
Sterilizes you.
Reporting for Infowars.com, this is Greg Reese.
It's powerful info. All right, I only took 2 calls last segment. Let me take more of them now. So much big stuff happening. Imagine the full assault of the globalists is now happening. It's not like, oh, there'll be martial law, enforced inoculations, and drones, and it's all here. And it's like, wow, they really meant it. I mean, I knew it was coming. Imagine the general public didn't know it was coming. I knew it was coming, and I'm completely freaked out. I drove to work this morning at 5:30 a.m. because I got a lot of work to do. And there's usually only a few cars on the road at 5 a.m. There was nobody on the road. I drove all the way to my house, to my office, and I did not see one car. Like an apocalypse. Generations are going to feel this shutdown. See, I run a pretty good-sized company, so I know how things work, like enough product to sell, to keep everybody employed. You got to know how much money you got to buy more product. You know, just to get the word out, I got to be a businessman. So then I know what it means to just shut something off. Boom! If we weren't positioned to fight the globalists, we'd already be shut down. Restaurants I've gone to since I was a baby are closed. People go, well, why is Trump being all confident? Because he knows if he isn't confident, we'll go into total depression. I'm talking about nothing at the store. We're like, I don't want to say this, folks, but I got to be honest with you. It's about a 60% chance we go into total collapse. And I mean, power going off sometimes. I mean, baby starving to death. I mean, you ain't getting your medicine. I mean, it's done. And there's one thing I want to say, and I'm not a vindictive person, but I'm not taking the blame, and America shouldn't take the blame. David Rockefeller, who set all this stuff up, Bill and Melinda Gates, the Democratic Party, the MSM, the people that went along with this. And again, here's the deal. If we don't assess blame, they're going to blame us when it all goes down. I just want to make sure that we make lemonade out of lemons if things, because I mean, I'm already having to, I never think about losing. And for the first time in my life, folks, I'm thinking about trying to get lemonade out of lemons. Seriously, I mean, Sweet Jesus. Sweet, sweet Jesus. Help us. Because I'll go to your calls, but let's just go to your calls. I'll say it next segment, but you understand it's not just rhetoric when I tell you about the Depression. You can look this up yourself. 90% of people lived in the country. About half of those were self-sufficient. That's 45% of people were totally self-sufficient. Today it's 5%. We have a collapse. Here's why I felt so sick. I'll admit it. I will eat my neighbors. I'm not letting my kids die. I'm just going to be honest. My superpower is being honest. I've extrapolated this out, and I won't have to for a few years because I got food and stuff. But I'm literally looking at my neighbors now and going, I'm ready to hang them up and gut them and skin them and chop them up. And you know what? I'm ready. My daughters aren't starving to death. I'll eat my neighbors. See, my superpower is being honest. I'll eat your ass. I will. I'm combat model, optimum self-sufficiency. Probably the leader. The point is have you thought about that yet? Because I'm somebody that thought I could fix this, and I'm starting to think about having to eat my neighbors. You think I like sizing up my neighbor, how I'm going to haul him up by a chain and chop his ass up? I'll do it. My children aren't going hungry. I will eat your ass. And that's why I want the globalists to know. I will eat your ass first. You're not. We're going to dig you out of those bunkers. We're going to dig you out of those holes. You make us eat up. Let me tell you something right now. I swear to God, if it's the last thing I do, I'm going to get my hands around your throat. And you know that's why you're begging for peace right now. You should have thought about that when you turned down Christ a long time ago. You want to meet with me, you Satanist? Meet with me. How about you get on your knees to Christ? You'd meet with my boss right now, but you can't do it. You think you can meet with some low-level nobody? I'm nobody. You think Christ would eat somebody? He would never do that. I will. I'm not going to watch my daughter starve to death. Now, you could say that was a metaphysical hypothetical, but it's really not. And let's just get past the jokes here. Every actuary and government study from South Africa to the United States to Germany to Russia to Japan to South America shows that in about 7 days, almost everyone commits murder for food. Within 14 days, almost everyone resorts to cannibalism or commits suicide. Now, I would commit suicide before I did that, but my children are my weak place. I'll barbecue your ass flat. I will eat you. So all you spirit cookers act all tough all day, how you're doing your little satanic rituals and drinking blood and stuff. I'll drink your blood. You understand that? I will hang your ass up and cut you into cutlets like a filet mignon and grill your ass before I watch my daughters starve to death. See, now you took society and civilization as if it was some joke you could piss on all day. Didn't you understand? You unleash the animal. Once you do, you unleash the beast, and you're not the beast. I don't claim I'm the most tough guy around, but compared to you, I'm Godzilla on steroids. But just for the courts and everything, I'm joking around here. I'm not going to eat anybody. Because like I said, if it came down to me alone, I'd starve to death before I did it. Well, my babies come into the equation. I will cook your ass up so fast, and I'll tell them, I killed a cow out back, baby. Here it is, because my babies ain't going to die for your crap, your failure. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. You want to worship Satan? Well, guess what? You're about to meet something worse, you dumb sacks of crap. You've been pissing on civilization your whole life, not knowing it's men held it up. It was savages held it up because we knew how bad we were, and we didn't want you to let us loose. But now, you demand we pull the fist out and just shove it into your teeth. So good. Before I'll sit there and live off starving Latin Americans and Africans, I swear before God, globalist, I'm a spit. Oh, I'm a performance artist, like they say. Alex Jones isn't real. Everybody knows I'm as fake as they come. Your call's straight ahead.